I'll probably get some comments asking, Hannah, aren't you kind of being hypocritical by like making a video about these people too? Like, aren't you caring too much as well? And to that I'd say yes. Hi, welcome to my channel. Hey guys, it's Hannah. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new, hi, I'm Hannah. Did I already say it's Hannah? Oh my god, did I already say it's Hannah?
Hey guys, it's Hannah. Thanks for coming!
If you are new, welcome to my channel, and if you aren't new, welcome back. I love you. Thank you for coming back. I don't know what made you want to stay. So this one's gonna be about couples that people care a lot about couples that people just really just feel so passionate about, but in negative ways. All the couples that I'm going to be talking about fall into 3 categories. The first category, why did I do that? The first category is out of the blue. To fans, when a couple comes out as dating, they started dating that very day. It's new to us, but it's not new to them, and I think that's what people are kind of missing. It's actually almost impossible to know when a celebrity couple starts dating, when they met, or how their previous relationship ended, and so on. We're gonna start with the couple that made me want to make this video in the first place, Ariana and Pete. Yeah! Sorry. Before Pete, Ariana dated Mac Miller for 2 years, and their breakup in early May shocked a lot of fans because it came out of nowhere. So when it was announced that Ariana and Pete were not only dating but were engaged at the end of May, everyone was shocked. The couple officially announced their relationship on May 30th on Instagram with a Harry Potter inspired thing. They have a thing for Harry Potter, and I love it, Ariana, I'm sorry. So to people not in Ari's life, it literally seemed like she jumped from one guy to the next. And especially on Twitter, it seemed like people were siding with Mac without hearing Ariana's side of things. Literally, there were so many tweets saying, like, is somebody gonna check on Mac? Is Mac okay? And then I saw Ariana's tweet responding to everybody. She was basically saying that it was really dumb for people to expect anyone to want to stay in a toxic relationship just because that person wrote an album about them and all this stuff, basically. And at least for me, this was the first time I had really heard that Mac and Ari's relationship was toxic. I mean, I don't blame her. Everyone from devoted Ariana fans to esteemed news articles had something to say about Ariana's new relationship. I mean, even if she had just broken up with Mac, who cares? It's Ariana's life. She's 24. I mean, if I'm 19 and no one's saying anything about who I'm dating and how fast it took me to get into a relationship, then I feel like Ariana's got it handled. People went as far as saying that Pete wasn't mentally stable enough to even be in a relationship. Pete fired back though with a post on his Instagram story saying that just because someone has a mental illness does not mean they can't be happy and in a relationship. And I completely agree. It's ridiculous that just because he has a borderline multiple personality disorder does not mean that he doesn't deserve to be happy. And if he treats Ariana right, or at least better than Mac did, I don't understand why people have such a problem. And as if that wasn't enough, he got a bunny tattoo on his neck, which was for Ariana, and people freaked when he got it, but then they freaked out when he removed it. And he actually didn't even remove it, he was just covering up for a movie role. So all these opinions, all the backlash, it just seems to have gotten in the way. Not of their relationship, but of how they've acted on social media. He completely just removed everything from his Instagram, and he explained on his story that I shouldn't even have to explain this, but everything's fine, I just don't like social media anymore. And Ariana disabled the comments on her Instagram posts as well, specifically the ones that were of her and Pete. Can you imagine having someone comment about your relationship 24/7, no matter what you did, nothing was right? Like, I would literally go insane if every single time I did something was that someone hated on me for it, or didn't like it, or didn't approve of it. I would literally be so unhappy, it would get in the way of my happiness with my boyfriend. Ariana is more than who she's dating. She shouldn't be in headlines or being interviewed because of the ring that she has on her finger.
No, I was like, don't talk to me.
How would that be an
They were
interview?
like, talk to me about boys, and I was like, no. And they were like, why? And I was like, because I'm not Big Sean's ex, I'm not Niall's possible new girl, I'm Ariana Grande, and if that's not interesting enough, don't talk to me.
If the worst thing that Ariana and Pete have done is express a healthy relationship on social media, then I want what they're having. I think as long as someone's in a healthy, happy relationship, it shouldn't matter who they're dating or how long they waited before falling in love. Another example of fans being left in the dark is Hailey Baldwin and Justin Bieber. So When the Met Gala happened, at least for me, we all just assumed that Hailey Baldwin and Shawn Mendes were a thing. We all settled with that idea, like, okay, Shawn's with Hailey, I'm glad he's happy, I guess. They're together, okay, this is good. Just kidding. Hailey's engaged to Justin Bieber. Sorry, Shawn. To fans, or at least me, because I don't keep up with anything, this was the most random thing. Like, I literally still thought that Justin Bieber was getting back with Selena. However, it's entirely possible and even healthy for a couple to not be on social media. They obviously didn't just start dating, seeing as everyone in the engagement video was completely supportive. They didn't even like seem surprised. They were like, yes, Justin, Hailey, OTP, and we're all like, when did this happen? It just feels new to fans because they weren't told about it. As frustrating as it is, fans aren't entitled to every single piece of their role models' lives. Now, category number 2 is the public breakups YouTube style. Some relationships show up out of the blue, but others have been in the limelight long enough to garner very dedicated fans. Viewers are there from the beginning, the middle, and sometimes the very emotional and devastating end of their favorite relationships. Now, with online relationships comes the ability to filter and edit out the parts that you don't want shown, at least for some couples. And when this happens, it is easy to forget that couples do still have hardships when the camera's turned off. I mean, definitely after watching a bunch of happy vlogs of couple goals, I literally forget it's normal for couples to fight. Yeah, especially after watching Cole and Sav. Colleen Ballinger said it best when she said this about her breakup with Josh. Colleen and Josh. RIP. To viewers, Josh and Colleen's relationship had always been and would always be perfect. They met online, started dating in 2012, and got married in 2015. Their wedding video is I still watch it, even though they got divorced in 2016, literally only a year later. They were the classic example of I married my best friend. They were the quirky, unique love story that started on the internet because of the internet, and that's why everyone was devastated when they got divorced. Their divorce caused finger pointing, unsubscription, and even fans losing faith in love. I remember everyone being like, oh, I bet one of them cheated on the other. I bet that Colleen just dropped him because she was just tired of him. Like all this stuff that no one actually knows because they weren't there. But everyone's looking for answers because they were led to believe that Colleen and Josh were perfect. For a lot of people, these public relationships are all they know about love. If someone who's never been in a relationship watches one that seems perfect, they may expect just that in a future relationship. Luckily, Colleen made sure to assure her fans when it came to this issue. So the good news is Colleen and Josh are now engaged to different people. So they moved on. Now Colleen is a lot more private when it comes to her current relationship with Eric Stockland. I think this is because of the way people reacted to her and Josh. And I can't help but wonder if Colleen and Josh would have broken up way sooner if they didn't have an audience constantly watching them. Or if viewers still would have been shocked if Colleen and Josh had aired their dirty laundry just like Trisha and Jason. Dirty laundry isn't all that bad. We all have it. In fact, it's actually nice when couples share the good and the bad with their audience. But for Trisha Paytas and Jason Nash, people started to think their on and off again relationship was just for views. But with understandable reason. Let me explain. So in late June, Trisha posted a video about her boyfriend calling her fat. And it all just kind of exploded from there. I mean, Trisha did post a lot about the breakup. And so did Jason. And if you're wondering what happened, well, they're fine now. However, Trisha's comment section isn't. People didn't react very well to Trisha's videos about Jason and vice versa. On one of Trisha's videos that I watched, there was literally almost as many dislikes as there were likes, which is really rare to happen. Which shows just how upset some people were for Trisha overreacting or being too dramatic. But people forget that this is what Trisha is known for. This is how she's gotten so popular on YouTube. This is why she's so entertaining. I mean, we all remember her breakup with Shawn. In a way, the haters are simply falling for it, giving Trisha what she possibly wanted all along. That being said, the hate was absolutely out of control, and I think pretty uncalled for. Trish and Jason are human beings and shouldn't get attacked for their relationship problem. Even if their posts are annoying to some people, is it really worth it to bully them and comment negativity on all of their social media platforms? But it takes more energy to type out a hate comment than it does to just keep scrolling. Instead of calling Trisha the problem, maybe people should offer her some help if they're so convinced she needs it. Instead of calling Jason a bad boyfriend, I think that people should actually let the couple work it out for themselves. I do think that their breakup was possibly for publicity. However, it's literally impossible for anyone to know the truth. And I'd feel terrible if I shared something really personal on the internet and people thought I was just trying to get views, you know? Like, that sucks. If they are trying to get views, well, that's their literal job. They're YouTubers. They have to get views or they don't get money. So it's hard for me to be like, I can't believe they're doing that for views, when, I mean, it's understandable, and they're also not the only couple to ever do that. I just don't think that making their breakup public warranted the reaction that it did. Now, if people don't like couples who reveal everything about their relationship, they should watch David and Liza. Or at least should have. When David and Liza broke up, literally everyone made reaction videos to it. Like, literally, even their friends did. I mean, I get it. David and Liza kept their breakup a secret for 6 months before telling anyone about it. Or at least telling their viewers. I think people were so taken aback by the breakup because they're so used to knowing everything when it happens, almost immediately, right when it happens. And if they don't know, then it definitely didn't happen and it was a conspiracy. So when an extremely popular, seemingly happy couple decides to break up, it makes sense why their fans and apparently Big Nick are crushed. I get being thrown off by a breakup that was apparently right under everyone's noses. What I don't get is when people can't just handle a cut and dry, okay, they've broken up. What I don't get is when people just can't handle the idea that maybe David and Liza just needed space. Maybe David and Liza just didn't work. No. It's a conspiracy. David and Liza did not break up, according to Mel Shaw. I just don't think it should be that hard for people to take a couple's word for it, you know? If they say, hey, we're just not working out, maybe they just weren't working out, and it doesn't really matter why they weren't working out. If there was another person involved that made them not work out, it doesn't matter. It's over. And maybe they'll get back together and that'd be great. But I don't think people should pressure them. If there was anything important that we should know, I think they would have told us. And I think they did with their breakup video. The last category is just get married already. So compared to other internet people, there's much less negativity around these couples, and I think with good reason. They're genuine, give their viewers just enough information to keep them happy, but stay private for their own sanity. Shane Dawson dated Rylan Adams for months before showing the world their relationship, and even promised not to exploit it for views. Now, there's nothing seemingly wrong with these couples, but that seems to create a whole new problem for them with fans. Now, Jenna and Julien have been dating for 5 years, and they just moved into a new house together. They do videos, podcasts, vlogs, and Twitch streams together, and invite their viewers along the way as members of the Dink fam. If you go to the comment sections of their podcast, it's literally the most positive place on the internet. They've shown both their real selves and the version of themselves that fans come to see, which is the perfect balance. This makes viewers feel connected to them, but the closeness that Jenna Marbles and Shane Dawson's fans feel to them can sometimes cause them to voice their opinions or speculate them as if they know them personally. These creators are masters at making their fans think that they know everything about them, when there's actually so much that we don't know. So there's a lot that we should remain voiceless about. In a recent Jenna Julien podcast, Jenna talks about recent comments judging them for literally not mourning long enough for the death of their hamster. Miss you ad. Or comments constantly nitpicking the way they raise their dogs. Fans have also been speculating in the comments whether or not Jenna's pregnant, literally based on just what she wears or how she looks, which is pretty unfair and can unintentionally cause more harm than intended. Here's a clip of Jenna talking about it.
And for the pregnancy comments, I think it's just people being excited and wanting something without realizing that that comment could cause potential harm.
Yeah.
Because I'm not saying that I'm so upset that I want to sign off the internet, but I could imagine a scenario where that would drive anybody just to the point of like, I don't want to share my life anymore.
Now, fans want Jenna to get pregnant, just like they want Shane to get married. Shane posted a picture on his Instagram of a ring pop on his left hand, captioning it, "I said yes." But this was kind of like a joking jab towards the people that really, really want them to get married. Now, most of the comments are just excited for whenever the couple are really gonna tie the knot. I definitely think these comments come from a good place, but I can see how it can kind of pressure a couple to get married when everyone's asking, when are you gonna get married? Please get married. Please invite me to your wedding. I'll be the aunt at your wedding. Please just be married. And I can see how that can get frustrating. Some people don't want marriage, some people don't want kids. I think that we should just let Shane and Rylan figure it out. However, I found so many comments arguing about who would actually propose in the relationship. People are not only concerned on who's going to propose, but on who's allowed to do the proposing. But obviously Shane and Ryland are doing pretty well and they aren't letting these comments get to them, and I'm very glad. So the moral is that nothing that these couples do should matter as much as people want them to. I am all for being a fan of something and following along with a relationship, but there's a difference between being a casual fan and being a relationship expert for couples they've never met. I have a problem with comments being negative, intrusive, or just plain ridiculous. Remember, it's all about the editing. What a couple chooses to share about themselves can change your opinion of them. Ariana and Pete are seen as too fast and annoying because they're constantly posting about their love for one another. Trisha and Jason are seen as toxic because they choose to share every argument or near breakup. David and Liza are seen as a conspiracy because they didn't tell anybody about their breakup. And Colleen and Josh are seen as perfect because they cut every single disagreement from their videos. None of the generalizations of these couples are completely true. All relationships have moments of good, bad, and everything in between. What people see is not always what will be. And if someone doesn't like something about an internet couple, they're better off saying nothing at all. Okay, so that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. This is the part where I ask you guys what you think. Do you like these couples? Do you think people care way too much? Do you think these couples are getting what they signed up for? Let me know in the comments down below. Give this video a huge like if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys for my next video. Thank you so much for everything. I give all my love, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye, guys.